Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Trails, the second chapter. Okay, so last time we completed the blue blank search once again, because we have one in every region apparently now, and we talked to the two foreign embassies. So the two things we still have left to do is check up on the castle and go to the newspaper, but before that I want to go check out the airliner, because that's where Scheherazade was supposed to go to. And of course, after the castle, we're going to go to the cathedral. It's not that I don't trust Shera, it's just that I'm curious to see if we can find out something else. You never know, and we have the time, we might as well. Unless we get penalized for it if she sees us there, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. Welcome. Persons wishing to obtain tickets, please come to the reception desk. She's already gone from here. I think we did actually see her in the hotel, did we? I plan on opening a tour company together with the airship company. I proposed Bose for my first stop after visiting it the other day, and the company approves. I'll be deciding the details of the tour right now. That's going hard. It was pretty insane after the coup d'etat. We had to deal with the cleaning up after the facts and also the renormalized operations of the liners. Just remembering day after day of leftover work brings tears to my eyes. What do you sell? Liberl News. Already got that, but thank you very much. It's true the company's a bit troubled after receiving that threat letter. I hope we don't end up with another situation that causes trouble for our passengers. Yes, I hope so too. Well, while we're here, might as well check the rest out as well. It seems the Republic will let me buy one of their liner ships, but now we're having a hard time coming to an agreement with them on the price. That woman's supposed to be the Republican ambassador, but she seems more like a businesswoman. Oh yeah, she definitely is. It's a little sad without the RC around. I wonder if Peyton will come back soon. There's no one to really compete with here when it's just me and the chief engineer. I forgot to file the maintenance checklist. I've got to hurry up and write it up. This wasn't the one with the kid helping around, is it? I think that was Roland, maybe? Where did my beloved Arce go? I've come this far and I'll chase it to the ends of the earth until I find where it is. Well, technically you can go to the museum. There's a really nice picture there. I know because I put it back there. Anything else? Doesn't seem like it. Traffic control tower. All unauthorized personnel are prohibited. Liberl Orbital Company. CO. Alright, so that's it for the airliners. I'm guessing Castle, you're up next. And should it be that far? So Grancel is not that big. There's a lot of people around, but size-wise, it's okay. I took a tour of the castle. It was beautiful. Now, where to go next? The wind here feels amazing. Ooh, the fish seems to be swimming along quite cheerily. If only I brought my fishing rod. Yeah, we tried fishing here once. Didn't get a lot from it. Good day, Your Highness. Please, don't overwork yourself, my lady. Hello, Dan. Hello, Alex. Don't worry, I'm fine. I still might have some business in the castle to attend to. Could you let us pass, please? Of course, Your Highness. By your command, my lady. Wow. Hey, only slightly popular, isn't she? Think I'm starting to get why that Duke guy is so jealous. Yeah, Chloe is kind, respects everyone. So yeah, of course she's liked. Now entering Ladies Chloe and Estelle and their entourage. Open the gate. Nice save, man. Please, come on in. Thank you, you two. Well, still, welcome back to my house, as it were. Come on in. Thanks. Please enter. Please enter so we can close the damn door. It's a very big door, so it's very drafty. Okay, time to nose around in the castle a bit. So obviously we should talk to Queen Alicia, both to ask about the letter and just say hi, but let's see. Where else? Julia's gone, right? Yes, she's currently at Lyson Fortress overseeing the refitting of the Arcee. Well, that's going to make things a bit harder on us. She probably could have given us a lot of help with this mess. Who else could we confer with, I wonder? The house lady? That helped us last time to get to the Queen. I'm sure she knows everyone around here. Oh, with Julia absent, I think our best bet is Hilda, at least concerning Ren's parents. If the Hayworths have ever visited the castle, she would know. Yeah, Hilda kinda seems some sort of castle sense about these things. So where could we find them, you think? Grandmother should be in her chamber at this hour. And Hilda? If she isn't in the maid's room, they can at least tell us where she is at least. Good idea. Maid's room and Queen chambers. Off we go. Hell no. Everywhere else too. And of course the head maid, we knew it was gonna be her. At the moment, Captain Swartz of the Royal Guard is away. Welcome to Grancel Castle. Oh, the maid quarters? Go straight ahead for a while until you see a big entrance. The door to the right is at the entrance of the maid quarters. We know, but thank you nonetheless. My duties are slowly normalizing, but I am still quite busy. As ever, there are still many inquiries from the Sinistry about the coup d'etat. I'm in charge of various kind of operations, but there's a mountain of problems to get through. Hey, if you're working for the Queen administration, you know this shit needs to be handled. I imagine my wife's enjoying non-stop fishing by now. At this rate, not only am I going to be worthless as a man, but my position as her husband will be in danger. Alright, if I just train in secret, I'm sure I can catch up with my wife. He's not getting it, is it? It was never about the fishing. She just wanted to spend time with her husband. Yeah, Helmut, you're gonna be in a lot of trouble. Unless the wife eventually warms up to the whole fishing thing, then maybe you can save it. We're still cleaning up after the coup d'etat. Right now I'm investigating the Intelligence Division's budget and their real expenses. From the looks of it, there are signs the budget was manipulated. Where could this money have gone to? No idea. Probably something very shady. Now let's not go up yet. Check the other rooms out first. The head cook is incredible. It's crazy how many recipes that guy knows. Maybe I can get him to teach me a few. Thinking the same thing. Oh, why, Your Highness Claudia? I see you are most well today. May I ask what brings you to my humble kitchen? Food. Give me recipes. Once we close that door leading into the sewers, we're finally stopped getting so many rats in the storehouse. Really, the nerve they had to chew on the food that people put so much effort to bring in. Nasty, nasty little creatures. Yeah, rats are really nasty creatures. Can't deny that. Oh, what is it? I'm very sorry, but I'm busy cleaning here. I don't think we need to check under the table this time. So Estelle don't need to worry about her unmentionables again. If you're wondering what that's all about, watch the episode about Herb Royal Villa. Yeah. She didn't think about her outfit when she looked under a table. Yeah, Estelle is growing up. That's it, nobody here except a lot of resources? I'm afraid Captain Swartz isn't here right now. She's currently stationed at Lyson Fortress for changing of the Arcee's engine. Yes, we heard. To think that the already state-of-the-art Arcee can even go further. I wonder what kind of ship it will become. Very fast and very powerful. Or I assume so. Miss Estelle! And Miss Claudia too? Mr. Zin? Pardon me, it's been quite some time. It sure has. Yeah, reminds me of when you lent me your maid uniform, Shay. Ooh, Estelle is a maid. Yeah, it was to meet with the Queen. Oh, and Joshua had to wear one too. Shay did her magic on his face with her makeup. She was all pumped up to do it. Oh my. Thank you very much. Ooh, Joshua, who once played the role of Princess Cecilia so perfectly, also portrayed a maidservant. Oh, noble endeavors both. I am sure it must have been quite beauteous to behold. I regret all the more I could not attend to the Duke banquet. Alright, Shay, do you know where Hilda is? I believe Mistress Hilda is in the library. As I recall, she said she had something to look up. The library. Got it. Yeah, we know where that is, roughly speaking. But like I said, we're gonna watch everywhere, so even if I didn't know where it was, which I do, we would come across it eventually. Right, let's move up. And we'll move to the gardens last, just to make sure we see everything. It's such a relief that the Duke's staying over in the villa. After all, the Duke was always staring at people with these lecherous, dirty eyes. Yeah, not a man to be a fan of. Alright, the guest chambers. Pretty sure they're mostly empty now. Oh well, time to start cleaning the guest rooms. Once I'm done with the guest rooms, it's off to help tidy the library. I am gonna check though. You never know. Ah, the room she stayed in with Joshua. The memories. Okay, where is she? Ah, I see her. Castle blueprints, the 7 treasures, the full details of the 100-Day War. I was asked by Her Highness to compose a list of the books removed by the Intelligence Division. I wonder what they were investigating. A curious selection. Maybe they weren't investigating, maybe they just want to get rid of it. To numb the intelligence of the people in the castle. Oh, Princess Claudia and Miss Estelle too. Hello Hilda, I'm sorry if I startled you, but I just got back. Hi Hilda, sorry I've been out of touch. Oh, it's quite alright. I'm glad to see you're well. I understand that the princess has been assisting you, Estelle. I'm very glad to see you two home safe. Aw, Hilda. You're embarrassing, Estelle, Hilda. Speaking of helping Estelle though, I've returned partially to inquire about something the guild is investigating. Could we ask you a few questions, Hilda? If I can be of assistance, ask me anything. I think there may be a few too many onlookers to speak here, however. Let us borrow a guest room. Ah, yes, I see. You're attending the investigation of that letter we received then. I take it you want to know if I have any idea who the sender might be. That's exactly. We're investigating all the locations that received letters to see if we can ferret out some clues. Well, firstly, thank you for your efforts. Just receiving that letter was unsettling. I'm afraid I can be of little aid in naming suspects, however. The only thing I can say with confidence is that it's not the work of anyone in the castle. Yeah, we kinda figured that one out. Who was the letter here addressed to, out of curiosity? No less a person than Her Majesty herself. I checked all letters addressed to the Queen, so I know the contents of the letter. Believe me, if I could lay hands on the rude fool who wrote that. Ah, pardon me. I was wondering, were there any other suspicious letters delivered to the castle recently? Ones critical of the royal decisions, for example. Ah, well. Hilda, please, help us for my sake, if no one else's. We need as much information as we can in order to make a judgment. Very well. There have been several letters delivered with no indication as to their senders. They were not particularly critical of royal decision per se. They were largely petitions to reduce our annual Colonel Richard's sentence. I suspect at least some are from citizens of Grancel, but the rest I cannot be sure on. People who want Colonel Richard freed? No less than expected of the man who once strove to be my rival. His popularity endures even after his captive and shaming. The colonel was very skilled and competent, and everyone knows that. It isn't unusual all the people regret losing him. I would personally bet on those letters not being related to our little threat. Requesting something of the royal hand is one thing, trying to force it into doing something is a whole different thing altogether. Well, still, even knowing the letters exist helped. Oh, one more thing, Hilda. I wanted to ask about something else. Estelle asked Hilda about the Hayworths. Harold Hayworth, a trader from Crossbell. Oh yes, I remember him. Say what? Our first lead. Is he an acquaintance of yours, Hilda? Oh, not as such. He asked for a tour of the castle interior a few days ago. I happened to be otherwise unoccupied, so I showed him about. His wife and daughter were with him as well. Really? Hey. Alas, this provides us with little clue as to where the Hayworths may have gone. Yes, my apologies. There was something that bothered me, however. What could that be? Well, that child greatly enjoyed the tour, however. Her parents felt as though they were barely even present throughout the entire thing. They seemed even tempered and normal enough when they spoke to me, but when combined with your story, I wonder if they were under strain. Which would be an explanation on why they left their daughter behind, because the first impression it leaves is that they are in trouble and they want to handle it without putting their daughter in danger. At least that's what my thoughts go to, so... And this does paint the same kind of picture. Not able to pay attention after coming to see a place as a tourist. Sounds like something on their mind, alright. Yes, it seems likely they were in some kind of trouble even then. This may give us a clue as to where they went. Thank you very much, Hilda. I think this gave us some good leads. I'm glad I could be of help. Oh, Princess? You'll be staying here in the castle tonight, I trust? And if your friends lack accommodation? But I had intentions to stay here while in Grancel, yes, but, you know, well, how about it, everyone? You forget. They're expecting me to be a pest at the embassy tonight, and I can hardly disappoint. I do appreciate the offer, however. Yeah, I've got what basically a permanent room at the Calvardian embassy. Thanks, but I think I've got to decline this time. Hey, girls' night out? Tita, Chloe and Estelle? I should probably ask Shara and Tita before committing to anything. We've got Ren too. That's true, it sounds like she loves the castle. I shall keep the rooms ready in case you wish to stay. Thanks, Hilda. Thank you, Hilda. Oh, not at all. I must return to the maid quarters. Please, let me know if you need anything else. If you'll pardon me. So sophisticated, helpful and nice. Okay, we still need to meet with the Queen. She should be in her chambers, right? Yes, I'd be surprised if she isn't. Let us keep her waiting then. No, let's not keep her waiting then, Olivier. Jesus. Alright, so I think that's everything except the road towards the terrace. Shouldn't forget the bar as well. Not that I fancy a drink, but I don't know if there's a store there with potential recipes, which make it a very interesting place. And the main reason I'm looking into the rooms, because there could be a maid in here trying to clean up. And to be honest, I do hope they stay in the castle tonight. It would be an experience. Oh, why? Your Highness Claudia, welcome home. Would you like something? I would be happy to prepare some tea. That's it. No store or anything? Nah, that's okay. Does remind me of the conversation Joshua and Estelle had with Richard. Very tense, but also very informative. Even though at the end of it, I think we felt like Richard got more information out of it than us. And he was very good at talking to us. I mean, like getting little bit tidbits of information out of us. It felt so natural. And that's a skill, I tell you. No scene here like memories. Nothing here as well. Please, pass through. Why, Lady Claudia? If you're looking for Her Majesty the Queen, she's currently resting in her room. Alright, let's check that out. First the lower room here, which is empty. Good. She's probably out on the balcony then. Ah, you finally arrived. Grandmother? Of course, he informed her. But Seek, I see. Seek was behind being thoughtful, wasn't he? Yes, he let me know you were coming. Welcome home, Claudia. And Estelle, you are always welcome, so long as I remain queen. Your father explained everything, not long after you left to train. It pains me to know you carry such a burden. Oh, thank you very much, Your Majesty. Still, I know what I gotta do, and Chloe's been a huge help. So I'm okay, don't worry. I see. Your soul has gained a new steel since we last met, Estelle. Mr. Vatek and Mr. Lanham, both of you, of course, are also welcome in my house. Let us retire to my chambers, as I have some tea prepared. Ah, so you've come about the letters. I wasn't aware they had been sent to the cathedral and the embassies as well. Your fears are not groundless. It is difficult to think of such length as a mere childish prank. Yes, Your Highness. That's why we're trying to talk to the people affiliated to the case, just to see if we can find some clues. Grandmother, do you have any ideas who might be responsible? Especially someone with in Liberl. Claudia, what do you think? Me? As a possible heir, your thoughts should daily be on the forces moving within our nation. Would you share your opinion with me? Very well. I don't believe there's any force in the country which is truly opposed to the pact. I've read in various places, however, that following the coup, some of our extreme right-wing citizens are very concerned. Their frustration might be at the root of these letters. Maybe. Very good. My opinion is more or less the same. Sorry, but I don't quite follow. Colonel Richard, was not the only man who approved of the idea of expanding and empowering our military. In the wake of the failed coup, however, the matter is effectively untouchable. I can only imagine all who share his mindset are quite dissatisfied and worried for our safety. Okay, so you think the letters are from believers in military control and expansion? Like the intelligence division guys still on the run? That would be the short of it, yes. If that's the case, then I would say I bear the responsibility for this as much as they. It was my beliefs that led them to take such action in the first place, after all. Grandmother, I don't know. I don't think they have the right to be all blar, let's threaten people to be scary because we're sore losers. No, there are few things more precious than the freedom to express oneself, Estelle. Remember, even those who promote military empowerment and war footing do so out of a love for Liberl and its people. They have as much as a right to express that idea as any of ours. And listen to all such opinions, and choosing how to guide the country is a ruler's responsibility. Though, in that case, I rather doubt they'll try to stop the ceremony, yes? Assuming the letters is from the expansionist, yes, that is quite possible. With Colonel Richard under arrest, they have little power with which to act. The problem lies with the idea that someone else might be responsible. If that's the case, then I fear I can offer you little advice or knowledge. Oh, rats. Queen Alicia, if I may broach a Question? Of course, Olivier. Whatever you wish. Why are you so determined to act upon this non-aggression pact now? Your own country is still deeply confused and unsettled from the coup attempt. Most rulers would think this is a time to focus solely on one's own country, not the affairs of another. Olivier, you are talking to a queen, you know. It is alright, Estelle. Olivier has a point. The plans and proposal for the pact, however, far predate the coup. Further delays would only harm the dignity of the nation. The crossbow issue is causing a great deal of friction again as well, and I hope this can help. Crossbow. That's where Ren's from, isn't it? Yes. It lies due northeast of here, over the Crone Mountains and directly between Erebonia and Calvert. Both the Republic and the Empire claim it to be part of their governments, and some Crossbellans want total independence. It's quite a mess. Yes, Crossbell's basically a fishbone stuck in the two throats at once. All the issues surrounding it get called the Crossbow problem. I see, boy. No wonder people get worked up about it then. Is this basically the reason for the Crossbow saga of all the Legend of Heroes? Because I know that after the Trails in the Sky we have like 2 games focusing on the Crossbow region. Is that about this? About Crossbow and its independence from the Republicans and the Imperials? I think it is, isn't it? Well, we have to play it to find out, and we will eventually get to it. Ah, so your aim is to pluck out the bone with this pact then. To continue the analogy, it's not a bone that can be removed in one gesture, sadly. If it can open the way to resolve the issue, however, yes. Laying the groundwork for resolving that issue will strengthen peace across the entire region, and people will remember Liberl spurred it on. I have underestimated you even more than I previously thought. Our invasion of Liberl was far more of a fool's errand than I ever imagined. That much, at least, is painfully obvious to me now. What are you going on about? Oh wait! Crossbell! Ren! Duh! Sorry to change the subject, Your Majesty, but... Estelle asked Queen Alicia about Ren's parents. Oh my goodness! A child abandoned the royal villa? I must instruct Raymond to keep me better informed, it seems. I know it's a shot in the dark, but I don't suppose you have any idea where they might be, Your Majesty. No, I am very sorry, but I do not. However, if they visited the castle, especially recently, Hilda would know of it. Have you spoken with her? Yeah, we did. Hilda only said they were behaving a little strangely. Ah, I see. Well, should you wish, I can contact Mayor McDowell and the Crossbill government. If that would help, ask me whenever you need. Oh, thanks. Grandmother, thank you for all your help. We need to move on, unfortunately, but don't be nervous. I know what you wish to say, I think. You will be staying in the castle tonight, yes? Let us speak then, once you are no longer busy. Alright. Yeah, I feel like it's about Chloe trying to make up her mind about wanting to be the ruler or not. Because we know she doesn't feel ready. But I think she's more ready than she thinks she is. Oh my goodness, such royalty. I would say she's the only person on the continent with that sense of balance. Yeah, sort of feels weird to say coming from a democracy, but she's the perfect ruler. I kind of envy Liberl, to be honest. Of course, she's the queen after all. Yeah, all this is making Chloe very conscious about herself because she doesn't feel ready. Even though I think she is, and everything else she can learn along the way. I think Chloe would be a perfect queen as well. Chloe? What's wrong? Oh, it's nothing. I was just struck again by how incredible a woman grandmother is. I really doubt I can ever live up to her. Oh. Princess? When did Her Majesty the Queen take the throne? I think she was 20, if I recall correctly. And may I ask your age? Well, I'm 16, but what? Ah. My point. I truly doubt Her Majesty was a master politician the day she took the throne. And you're not even as old as she was when she first donned the purple. I see little point in comparing yourself to her as she is now, wouldn't you agree? Yes, we martial artists tend to say the only those with the proper capacity can achieve this thing called unity of purpose. Even those with the greatest innate skill, like say Walter, only reach their peak through a journey of 1,000 steps. I think Her Majesty believes you have the capacity to get there, Princess. Just take it one step at a time, and don't worry. Olivier, Zin. Thank you, really. Good job, you two. Chloe's going to be an awesome queen someday. I guess you got goods with pep talks as well as you get older, huh? Get older? Huh, rude. I'm a fresh, youthful 25. 5 years younger than Zin here, even. Hey, you're one to call out someone on being rude, Olivier. Well, anyway, we've spoken to Hilda and grandmother both. Yep, back to town, then I guess. Yes, let's be off. Alright. You learned a lot here, so let's get out of the castle and head over to the cathedral. Evening already. Time does fly when you're having fun. The only letter victim we've yet to visit is the Liberl News. Yep. Well, let's not waste any more time, huh? Let's get over there and see what's what. Yeah, to be honest, I don't think we can finish it all today. But let's at least get to the cathedral. Still running on errands? Alright, let's see if we can catch up with Shira. She is here. I knew it. Goddess, please forgive my little brother's words. It's already evening. Mass, phew, more like torture. Evening Mass has just ended. A short time ago, the head of the History Museum came here. He was showing the Archbishop something. I wonder what it was. Maybe the painting? A short while ago, we had an inquiry from the History Museum about an artifact. It's true that the church has a duty to collect and investigate artifacts. It's also true that there are special organizations within the church dedicated to that purpose. Why, you ask? Because the church itself is a neutral body. The artifact delivered to the History Museum has lost its power. However, it isn't part of our collection mission. Ah, okay, they're talking about Jimmy's artifact. Yes, it's quite breathtaking. The stained glass is even prettier with the evening sunlight going through it. Those parents and their child were quite striking. I remember them well. Estelle, finished with your questioning? Mine will still take some time, so if you're done, go back to the guild and wait. Yes, ma'am. Why did it feel like I was being told off for a bit? Isn't that rad? Now then, the time's come around, so I'm gonna call it a day. The reporters are always here late, must be hard. I always feel a little bad for leaving before them every day. The Imperial Ambassador and the Republic Ambassador, I've interviewed both of them. They're pretty weird if you ask me. They never talk about the important things. Especially Ambassador Krennic of the Empire. His comments were absolutely unprintable. Finally send it off to the press. Gonna get something delicious to eat at the cafe and regain some of my fighting spirit. Oh, Estelle. Hi, Chief. It's been a while. What do you need today? Business with Nial? Yeah, I got some questions on some guild business. Is he back from Ruin yet? Yep, he should be in the office. I think I saw him go up to the reference room. Alright, let's have a check. There he is. Hey Nial, hello. Who the hell? Well, what do you know? You guys, how you doing? Good day, Nial. Pardon our intrusion. Ah, it's that bard guy and... Your Highness. Ah, good day to you, yeah. You even have Zin the Immovable of Kelford with you. You got kind of a gang going here, Estelle. Yeah, a lot of stuff happened since we last met. How'd your coverage of the election in Rune go? Damn well, that's how. Got the article done, thanks in part to you guys. Speaking of, what brings you by today? Got a hot scoop for your old buddy now? Well, actually, we're the ones who like to know something. We heard the Liberl News received a threatening letter. Ah, you guys investigating that thing. I figured the military would have been taking care of that one. Well, we're working on requests from the military actually. So, do you know anything? Well, I just got back from the capital, so I don't know much. To be honest, I'd like to hear what you guys know, if anything. And that's really helpful, Nial. Come on. You're a newsman, a hound for a good story. Surely you must have a clue to who our villain is? Tss, I don't have time for this. But it's a bit impolite, you two. Now, I know there's a lot to ask, but please, if you know anything at all, share it with us, please. Whoa, hey, Your Highness? You don't need to lower your head to me. For crying. Fine. Okay, so this is sort of off the record, but we ain't the only ones who got a letter, not even close. Lyson Fortress got one, then the Cathedral, the Airship Company, Hotel Roombaum, and then both embassies, Grancel Castle and the Ur Villa, all got one too. There were 9 letters in total. Huh? Something wrong? Nial? We heard that from the military already. What? Damn it, that was my big scoop for the day. Doesn't look like we're going to get much out of this. Yeah, time to move on, I think. Now you wait just 1 second, Missy. You keep talking like that and Niall Burns, star reporter of the Liberl News, is gonna have a name worth a pile of crap. Alright, let me let you in on my take on this whole mess. Well, okay. You may want to be brief, Mr. Burns. Fine, listen up. Here's the short of it. My gut tells me this is some kind of huge prank. The threats aren't real. We thought of that too. You sound awfully sure though. Mind telling us why you're so convinced? Okay, the trick is, I've covered terrorist threats like this before, right? But with this, there's no reality to the threat. Threats only work and have power if they describe or at least imply something nasty that's gonna happen, see? These letters have exactly none of that. Mr. Byrne does have a point. Disaster will be visited upon you does not offer much in the way of a specific terror. Exactly. I've got a hunch this isn't about stopping the signing ceremony at all. This is more about getting people worked up over a threat and then sitting back and watching the fireworks. I see. That's actually a good point. There is some sense behind it. I'm still bothered by the fact that so many letters were sent though. And each and every one were sent to a place involved with the ceremony. Yes, for a prank, whoever did this seemed to know a lot about what's happening. That does seem kinda true on the surface. Think about it though. All that info would be pretty easy to find with a little digging. Hell, I knew about these places weeks ago. Anyway, I'm going to be working on this assumption that it's a prank. Maybe you guys should stick to your guns and being a real threat. And we can compare notes later, huh? Yeah, good idea. Thanks, Niall. That actually helped a lot. Darn right it did. Just stop by if you want to swap stories. I'll be sitting around here until the pact's signed. Okay. Oh, speaking of sitting around here, I don't see Dorothy anywhere. Ah, right. She's off working in the Bose region. I sent her to snag some photos. Wait, for special or some kind? Yeah, related to the Royal Army. You remember that old fort the Sky Bandits were using as a base, right? The one you guys busted? The army decided those rats had the right idea and have claimed and repurposed it as a training facility. They're running airship pilot training out there now. Oh, okay. Neat. So you went off to get coverage of the base then? That's the idea, yeah. I was a little worried about sending her on her own, but gotta do it sometime. Dorothy on her own, huh? That's scary. Oh wait, duh! Speaking of girls out on their own... Oh, what's up? Estelle explained the situation with Ren's parents. Harold Hayworth, a trader from Crossbell. Never heard of the guy. Pretty sure he's never been in our classifieds or our wanted column either. Figures. But hey, this is part of the job, right? If you guys are totally stuck, I'll help you out. We can put them up in the classifieds, if you want. I even have a few people in Crossbell I could poke. Thanks, Nial. You're way more reliable than I thought you'd be. I think I need to upgrade my opinion of you. Hell yeah, you do. Wait a minute. What do you mean? Was I not reliable before? Just kidding. Alright, let's go back to the guild house then. Sure shot should be back by now. Hopefully, yes. Thanks again, Nial. It was no big. Come by anytime, any place. Alright. So, guess what? Next time we'll be going back to the guild. Well, I'm walking right now, but we'll enter it next time. I think that would be a nice place to end it for now. Because I'm pretty sure once we get in there, the entire conversation will start up. We have to make a decision on what we think, based upon the information we have right now, how big a threat this is. And of all the information we've gotten, I think Nial's is actually on point. We're no real threat. There is no gravitas to the entire situation, so I do feel that there is a decent possibility that it's a prank. But, like I said, go off the assumption that it isn't. And if you find out otherwise, then you can always shift that sense. But if you now go and start, it's a prank, and it ends up not being that, you will not be prepared to deal with it, so yeah. Nial is actually really dependable, isn't he? But despite Estelle, I have always thought that. Even of Dorothy, with her crazy weird antics. But yes, next time we're gonna go into the guild house, we're gonna report on our findings, see what Sherazard knows, and see where we go from there. And hopefully, she got some more information about grandparents than that we did, because we only got one little tidbit from Hilda, and that's about it. But that's gonna be next time. Until then, I wish you a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, hit that like button, subscribe, and come back next time to see what's gonna happen next. Bye bye.